Trade recap. Trade recap. Trade recap. Oh, no wonder. I was like, where the fuck is all my shit at, dong? What the fuck? Where the fuck is all my shit at, motherfucker? All right, let's look at this trade recap. Let's look at this trade recap. Let's look at this trade recap. Let's go to about right there, 8:30. And then let me look at this. And let me look at this. Let me close this. Let me close that. And let me show you guys what I did today. Let me show you guys what I did today. Yeah. Let me show you what I did today. Yeah. Oh. Trade recap. Trade recap. Trade recap. All right, let's take a look here quick. I'll make it nice and simple for you guys. Trade recap for today. So, beginning of the day, obviously the 1 hour wasn't above there just yet, but I was feeling confident today in MES. I pulled out my fib, and we left off yesterday with this break of structure towards the top, and I didn't really want to count this as a break of structure, even though it's just massive wicks, and it counts as 3, which technically should count it as it, especially with that big of a formation, but I didn't. And I counted this as a continuation going up. Then we had a push down. We created our first 3 candle sequence going up, 1, 2, 3, break a structure towards the top, price moving up. That's literally my trade recap for right now. As market was opening, we were in this FVG on MES. That was, geez, what time did I take my trade? I think it was like 9:28, 9:22, sometime around there. Well, anyways, let's look at this 15-minute FVG. At the beginning of the market, let's fast forward a little bit. Price opened up. We actually got SMT right here is what we did. So there was SMT that was being formed inside of this 15-minute FVG that is close to a discounted area. Now, obviously, I was waiting for a gap to go up, which happened, market structure shift, and a fair value gap. I set my entry for MES like right here, I think. It was right there. And I was just waiting for price to pretty much come down. But take profit would have been buy side on MES. So as soon as it hit this area, I probably wasn't going to take that trade anymore. But we got SMT right here. Oh, yay. So we got our SMT. So now we're just pretty much waiting for price to come down. Price never came down. Price kept pushing up and pushing up. And at this point, I was just like, yeah, I'm not taking this trade anymore. I think whatever happened already happened. So now when I pull up the 1 hour chart, we pretty much broke structure towards the top right here. So we had a break of structure towards the top. So obviously overall price is bullish. Price is moving up, right? We still have our 15-minute FVG right here. Our 15-minute FVG right here. And now what I have to do is pretty much move my fib up. And I'm pretty much waiting for price to just come down into a discounted area. I was also looking at the 1 hour structure, trying to see if there was any FVGs. And we actually had no fair value gaps inside of the 1 hour structure. So I was fully dependent on the 15-minute. If we would have had a 1 hour FVG, I would have taken an inverse, I would have taken something, okay? But we didn't get that. On M and Q was kind of doing the same thing as well too, but obviously with M and Q, we had our change of character towards the top. And since we had our change of character towards the top, we're starting to get internal structure is what we're starting to get. So what I ended up doing is I made a fib from here to about right here. And then here's our FEG right here on the 15-minute. Now, what I want to do is I want to wait for price to get close into discount is what I want to do, or close to the 50%, just somewhere where, you know, obviously I can make a buy. So I'm waiting. Next 15 minutes come around. Oh, and actually the trade. Oh yeah, this is where it happened. Okay, so we had SMT. We're this little liquidity area. This is close to the 50. We actually got SMT right here. So you see how we get this low and then this lower low and then a push up? Well, we get the low here, but then the higher low right here is what we end up getting. And then this low right here, which is about 1004. 1004. Let me see here quick. Where's my fucking SMT? I know we had SMT. Yeah, right here. Right here, SMT. Right there. That's the SMT that we ended up having. So because we had that SMT, I felt confident with price pushing back up. So, let me see here quick. Where's my fucking SMT? I know we had SMT. I placed a trade. I set this order block right about here. This is our OB. This is our order block. And this is our SMT. So low, high, lower high, push back up. SMT right there. SMT sell side. Even though it's a small SMT, it's still an SMT. Same thing. Low, high, lower low, higher high. Low, high, lower high, higher high. So that's our SMT. We also got our gaps, which made it valid as well too. We had a gap. Let me zoom in a little bit. We had a gap right here from this red candle to this one, and we also had another gap from right here to about right here. So I placed my order. We're going to go for buy. We're going to go for a limit. And I placed it at like right here or something like that. This is where I placed my buy. And I pretty much waited for price to come down. And I got tagged in at about, yeah, 9:17 is the time I got tagged in. I set my low about right here. It was about $70, I believe. It was a $70 stop loss. And I was pretty much targeting 140 is what I was doing. So actually my stop, it was right up here. This is where my take profit was, is right above this little candle right here. It was actually right at the body. So let me go back two more right there. This is how the entry went right there. And I confirmed it. And I was pretty much just waiting at that point. Waiting, hoping price would go up. And I started seeing a quick reaction from this area, which was super nice. Still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. Yeah, I was in this trade for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was in this trade for 8 minutes and it hit TP, which was fucking phenomenal. So that's how that trade went down today, which was fucking amazing. So recap, 1 hour break of structure towards the top, 15-minute structure going towards the top as well too. So all our indications are pretty much telling us buy, 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 buy. We waited for price to come down into a discounted FEG, and technically this FEG right here, this wick down here is coming close to discount. And if it comes close to the 50% and we get any kind of SMT, we usually take that trade. Price was coming down, got close to the 50%. We got our SMT right here. We got our gaps. We got our order block. We pretty much set our order right there, and we just waited. And the cool part about it is that price reacted from this area a second time. So not only did we get that big push up, price pretty much came back down, had this massive red candle pushing down, tagging this area once more, and price decided to push up from there as well too. Now the reason why we didn't take it on MES, because I mean, high resistance liquidity, I mean, price just kept pushing down from there as well too. I just was not confident in MES, but I like M and Q a lot more. Plus, it broke the 15-minute FVG on MES, and I just didn't see it reacting off of anything over here as well. There was no hour FVGs. There was no 15-minute FVGs past this one. So I was just like, yeah, fuck it, dude. Like, that trade's no bueno right now. But MNQ was pretty much aligning perfectly with everything else. So we're just like, fuck it. We're going to take a trade on MNQ, and we made 140 bucks today, which is super, super nice. And yeah, that's the trade recap for today. And I will pretty much catch you guys for tomorrow. Peace, guys.